it's your girl Meesh. Welcome to another episode of Love Meesh, where I share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests over, but no subject is off limits. It's a billion people in the world, and I'm one of them. So welcome to my world. Let the conversation begin. Hey loves, good morning. I was supposed to do my podcast yesterday, which was, the date that I'm trying to stick to, because 7 is my favorite number. But my iPad is at my friend's house. I not been able to get in touch with him to get it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just get up. I'm gonna just record from my laptop and upload it from there. So I got my laptop. I'm recording it on iPhone voice record. I think that's what it's called, voice memos. And from voice memos, you can upload it to Anchor and then edit and all like that. So I'm not going to slow it down just because my little hiccup. So I hope you guys are having a good day. I just wanted to do part 2 of Veganish because it was some more stuff that I wanted to share. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I wanted to break down, or first let me say, you have to do what's best for you. Like, depending on your medical background and history, you may need to eat certain things. I don't want to be the one to say, oh, you're eating this is bad, this, that, or the other, because I don't have your full history or background. But what I will say is knowledge is power. When you know better, you have no choice but to do better. Ignorance is bliss. People are comfortable. Some people don't even want to know anything new so that they aren't forced to accept that they know better, therefore they should do better. So if you know that sugar is in everything and we should only consume small commodities, what are you going to do about that? Going to continue to live life to the fullest? Because honestly, you aren't living life, you're dying. And I just see the whole world different now. People say, oh, I love myself. Do you love yourself enough to run and exercise to make sure your body is getting enough oxygen that it needs to fuel itself? Do you love yourself enough to change your eating habits because this is a spacesuit that you're in? And the same way you can get tire repairs on your car and oil changes and body paint changes and all of that, new engine, new alternator to keep your car running, you should definitely put more emphasis and more effort into preserving your body, and that is through what you consume. And do you love your spouse? Do you love your kids and you're feeding them poison? I just see things differently. So perspective is key. You say you love someone else, but you're not even loving yourself properly enough to take care of you. Like, this is deep, y'all. This is serious. Like, life is amazing, and the more you know, you just on different levels of looking at everything. And love to one person could mean a completely different thing to another. And that's what I'm on right now. So I digress. I'm going to break down the different eating habits. And I'm a student for life, y'all. I freaking love learning. I literally do love learning. And I'm going to go off the subject for a little bit. I'm a life path number 3. So what is the life path number? Y'all know I'm into everything. The life path number is when you add your full birth date. For example, 1/3/1982 would be 1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 9 plus 8 plus 2 equals 24. And then 2 plus 4 equals 6. So the life path number for 1/3/1982 would be 6. And then, so on here it says, it breaks down each life path number. So you've already got your birth month, birthday, month, year. You've added them all together. You have one solitary number. Life path 1 is the leader. Life path 2, the inward creator, motivator. Life path 3, the informed speaker, communicator. Life path 4, the realist, problem solver, builder of order. Life path 5, the unending talent. Life path 6, the responsible one, the server. Life path 7, the source of knowledge, expert, thinker, analyze. Life path 8, the material manifester. Life path 9, the humanitarian. Life path 11, the in the moment intuitive. Life Path 22, the material and humanitarian master. Life Path 33, the spiritual teacher. I am Life Path number 3, the informed speaker communicator. You guys do not understand. My dad always say, you should be a teacher, you should be a teacher. I'm like, because people don't even listen. Like, how many times I have to repeat myself, this, that, or the other. But I realized you can teach in your own way. You could write a book, you could do pamphlets, you can share with your family and friends, you could do podcasts, you could do a blog. That's a way of teaching too. And instead of forcing the information on someone, your tribe will come to you. The teacher will appear when the student is ready. So I was just thinking about it the wrong way. And teaching is really nothing big. You're just learning and sharing what you learn. We all are teachers. Didn't you teach somebody how to tie their shoe? Master shoe tire? Just playing. But we literally all learn and teach and pass down and pass back. That's literally everybody is. But some people are more passionate about sharing than others, and I am definitely a sharer. I share it all. I don't want to be, I found the key to life and I'm living a long time and I don't want to share the secret with nobody. I'm the only one that have it. That's not me. I would have shared it with the whole world. We all live forever, which we are. Energy never dies. But let me just get back to it. So I thought that was interesting. The informed speaker or communicator. So you learn a little bit more about me. So let me get back to it. Veganish part 2. So I was going to break down the different types of categories in which people eat. So the first one is omnivore. Omnivores eat pretty much everything, including meat and dairy, wheat, sugar, gluten, junk food, fizzy drinks. The vegetable variety for most is really small. Now this was definitely me. Chicken, rice, beans, baked beans most of the time, but a little bit of vegetables here and there. I was not a vegetable friendly person. I was like, ugh, I hate them, they're disgusting. But it's not about that. Number one, you can season anything and it's amazing. Have you tasted unseasoned chicken? So chicken honestly isn't good. It's the seasonings and the flavors and that flour you put on there, that ranch or that hot sauce. It's everything else that makes it good. So number one, the chicken wasn't good to begin with. Okay, well, let's flip that. It's the same thing with vegetables. Some people can't eat vegetables plain. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I learned, when you chop up fresh carrots and boil them, they're sweet as hell. Carrots are sweet. Who would have known? No sugar, no cinnamon, no nothing. It's sweet all by itself. A natural carrot. Now, when you bite into it, I don't taste that same sweetness. So, depending on different ways that you fry or bake food, the different juices and stuff will come out, and it will make it more appeasing. You just got to figure out, how do you like to eat the fruit or vegetable to make it more edible for you. So that's omnivore. Pescatarian, vegetarian. That's where I started. Pescatarian, really. So I put pescatarians eat fish and vegetarians together because some people call themselves vegetarian if they eat fish, and they also eat dairy, eggs, tofu, basically all but meat. So when I began my journey, that's where I started. I was like, okay, let me just cut out the red meat. I still was going crazy with my crab balls, my crablets, my crabs, my shrimps, salmon. I wore myself out on salmon. Let me tell you how I switched from pescatarian to vegetarian. I used to eat salmon so much. One day it made me sick. And I'm gonna be honest, I think I microwaved it, and I don't think you're supposed to reheat fish. And when something I just don't have a flavor for it anymore, period. And that's how I felt when I saw the slaughterhouse. I just didn't want meat at all, period. If that's how it looked before I get to this pretty package in the store, like I don't even want it. So that's where I was. I was pescatarian, down for the fish. Not feet, down for the fish. And then I switched to vegetarian, like, okay, no more meat at all, vegetarian. So more vegetables. So the next is vegan. So then I said, okay, let's try the more vegan route. Now, I still eat hella bread. I still eat hella pasta. I still boil my potatoes. That's why I say, I love names and titles and stuff, but you really have to make everything your own, veganish. Now, I do want to, try to find substitutes for bread and stuff like that. But I love me a good peanut butter jelly sandwich. I love me, now I did switch my noodles. They do make, Like they do make zucchini noodles now. So there are substitutes for noodles, and you can get them in a box, which of course you always want to try to do fresh as possible. So Publix do spiral the zucchini for you to make it noodles. And one of my coworkers actually, shout out, she bought me a zucchini peeler so that I can make noodles. And she did that with her own money, out of her own heart. And they be laughing at me at the potlucks and stuff, y'all. But they literally be looking out like, oh my God, we just had a potluck. And one of my teammates made me a whole pan of macaroni by myself, and I wanted to share, y'all, but it was so good I did not share, and I'm gonna have to ask her for the recipe. Like, it was so good. Like, she made cheese and milk and all that for everybody else, and she literally made me my own container for myself. So you know what, people be watching you and they be caring and they be helping you along your way. So you know, it might not be their journey, or they might not be ready yet, or they could be taking bits and pieces. You just never know what people, you could be encouraging people, and maybe that's what you're supposed to be doing, planting the seed. And when it's time to sprout on their timeline, it will. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because I thought that was so sweet. Like, they literally be looking out for me. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to vegan, because that's why I said veganish. Don't be trying to doubt me, because I'm not all the way there. So vegans are more conscious of what they eat. They don't eat drinks, eggs, or any kind of animal. I'm sorry, I said that's so wrong. They don't eat dairy, eggs, or any kind of animal products. Some come off tofu. Eat organic as much as possible in a high variety. Now, I've researched tofu a little bit. Apparently, there is good tofu and bad tofu. Depends on how it's grown and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, you guys, we can try to do, if you're trying, I give you credit. Like, I was buying box stuff. It would say vegan. I was trying. Then I did a little bit more research. Okay, it's a lot of, you know, names on the back of those packages that I don't know what it is either. So I'm not eating real meat, but what is this that y'all put together to make it meat? Just because y'all want to stamp vegan on there, it could be worse. You know, am I eating monkeys now? So I got off of the labels, and I was like, okay, try to just stay with nature, as close to nature as possible. So sometimes I do have a taste for tacos. I might go get the meatless taco, you know, and make my tacos. I don't have to use the meatless at all. You can put beans at the bottom of your taco, and then lettuce and tomatoes in the sauce. It's still good. Ask me, because I made it. So I think if you overindulge in anything, it's bad for you. Use everything as sparingly as possible if it's not from nature, from stores, you know, homegrown. So that's what I want to say about that. Every little change that you make counts. It really does. So be careful with the tofu. I heard it's good and bad with tofu and soy. So the next thing on the category is raw. So raw vegans eat 75 to 100% raw living food. It's not cooked. They do not eat animal products, and often they do not eat animal products, sugar, or wheat. They eat all types of fruits and vegetables, nuts, seeds, sprouted beans, and grains. So when I say veganish, I'm on that vegan raw train. Like, I have never eaten a potato raw. Can you even do that? But I will definitely boil, bake, fry, however you can do. I love me some potatoes. So I will never claim to be 100% raw, even if they say 75, 100%. I don't even like to put myself in those categories, because I just have to do what's best for me. But I do know that they're on the right path by eating more fruits and vegetables and nuts and grains and beans, which is what I'm learning about. So yeah, I'm down with that. The next one is fruitarian. I cannot make this up, you guys. So fruitarianism involves the practice of following a diet that consists only of fruits. Some eat nuts and seeds. They do not eat animal products, vegetables, or grains. So I don't know if that could be a 100% lifestyle. I definitely want to look that up. But you know how people do fasts? Maybe that's how we're supposed to be doing this. Just like the animals, they gather their food and store it for the winter. Maybe we're supposed to be consuming like that. So, and a lot of this stuff, we eat it year round. You know, stuff is grown in seasons, and you're really supposed to be eating it by the seasons. So you shouldn't have food year round. It doesn't even grow year round. And if it does grow year round, then that means they genetically modified it to be able to grow in all types of different climates. And again, what's the point of that? You know, you're getting off of the natural path. So maybe, you know, when people say they do a fruit and smoothie fast and stuff like that, that could be like fruitarian. I can understand that. I think if we incorporate all different styles of living healthy, even if you want to mix it up and it's random in your life, that has to be better than hamburgers and fries 24/7 for the rest of your life, and then you crying in front of the doctors, I got diabetes, or I need to get this surgery, or whatever. Like, even if it does come to that, I congratulate you for realizing, dang, this is what I've been doing for this long and I definitely want to make a change. So kudos for you. But it's definitely up to you to not let the next generation make that same mistake. So yeah, they may, I don't want to eat vegan this, vegan that. But do you want them to have to do what you did when they get your age, or even sooner? Because we consume worse each year. What our grandparents ate is different from what our parents ate, is different from what we eat. And now the cereal is even more sugar. You know what I mean? Pop-Tarts. So your grandma might have made oatmeal. Your mama probably did pancakes. Now your kids eating Pop-Tarts. See how it's getting worse with each generation? So I think it's even if it's too late for you, and maybe, and I don't want to say that because it's never too late. But even if you went so many years with bad habits, that's okay. You can stop. One thing about a bad habit, you can stop at any time. And the best part about it is you can teach someone else to not make that same bad habit. So, you know, that's probably what it is. You probably need to go through that so that you can make a better change for the next generation. So the next one is mono-fruitarian. So many fruitarians believe in eating only one fruit at a time. Example, only bananas for the whole day, week, or month. This detoxes your body even further. I am so interested in that. Oh my God. The whole day, week, or month. Now, we're going to have to start out with a day, because a week will probably drive me crazy, and a month will probably send me back to meat. I'm just playing. I'll never go back, you guys. I'm 3 years in. And I look forward to the future and the different changes I'm going to continue to see in my body with more and more healthier choices that I make. But that's interesting. And that can kind of help you figure out what you're allergic to and to give your body a break. It's breaking down all these different things that we consume. If you stick to one thing, it can start to get onto a pattern. And that's probably better. The next one is liquidation. This is the final detoxification stage where people live only off liquids, either juices or just plain water. Now, I definitely have to do juices. Plain water, oh my God. I know it could probably be a possibility, but with my taste, the way my taste buds is set up with, oh my God. And then, but I know that's good. Again, people do fasts and stuff. And maybe a week, a month. But a whole lifestyle, I'll have to look into that, because that's amazing. And then the one that really it blew my mind. Like, I just thought this was so fake until I researched it, and it's whole tribes and stuff that do this. And of course, they're not Americanized. America is literally full of shit, you guys. We definitely have to move towards the Eastern medicine, holistics and stuff, because they got all the answers. What this Western society, we basically are cattle. They're feeding us and sending us to the slaughter. You know what the slaughterhouse is for humans? The hospital, where you got more bills, that you pay more bills. When I talk to the taxpayers at work, they retire, right? But they have to keep working because of their medical bills. They can't even pay more on their taxes because they need all of their Social Security to pay their regular monthly expenses. That's sad. So they're constantly getting a bill every month. That bill is getting higher and higher. They're on a payment plan. The payment plan is increasing. Like, until they die, the money's going to keep coming out. That's sad. If it doesn't send you to the hospital with bills and different stuff like that, it's going to send you to the mortuary, the morgue, to death. And they're getting a check for that too. You know, these companies have insurance on us. I wouldn't be surprised if the government have insurance on you. So the moment you die, they're getting a check. There are no casualties. There's a check when you're born. There's a check when you die. We don't get to see that. So we on the wrong side of the whole business deal, if you ask me. And they don't have to do no work. How simple is that? You're born. Somebody else did the work to birth that child. You got a check. They're raising it for however long till they die, and you get a check. They didn't do shit from beginning to end and cashing checks. I mean, sign me up. I'm just playing. I don't definitely want to be like that, but see how that works out? No work. I definitely want to put myself in position to where I have different businesses in place that are on automotive, to where I am getting money in the bank while I'm sleeping. I'm definitely down for that. But I definitely want ethics to be at my forefront, because I do believe in karma, and I do believe as business owners, when you sell products, you are responsible for doing your own research before you sell it, because the negative effects that you cause on your people, I think that does come back to you. Maybe not in the physical world, but I do think it's spiritual. Just like when I used to do my case studies in school, you mean tell me Coca-Cola, Pepsi selling products with all these damn ingredients that have cancer in them? You don't think they're going to have karma for that footprint? And how many restaurants and stores and corner stores and grocery stores that you see Pepsi and Coke? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of fingerprints that's affecting. That's a lot of karma that person going to have to clean up. And some cultures say you got to keep coming back until you clean up all your karma debt. So how many times they're going to have to repeat this thing? I don't think so. I'm definitely not with it. Nope. So my store will be opening soon. I cannot wait to blog about that. I'm so freaking excited, y'all. But this is veganish, so we're going to stick with the veganish topic. The last one. Are you ready? Let me blow your mind. A breatharian. Let me say that again. A breatharian. Breatharians do not consume physical food. They live entirely off the pure energy of the world. Prana. Prana is life source energy or sunlight. This is not starving, and it should not be attempted without guidance. Oh my God. You mean to tell me we don't have to eat at all? Because somebody was like, oh, you're killing a plant. You're killing it. Okay, I agree with you. It did have life. And the moment I took it off of the branch, it definitely died. I get what you're saying. But when it comes to plants, they fall. Them apples fall to the ground. So if it fell, that means that tree blessed me. I think we should be eating it that way. But if we're picking it before it's time, I definitely agree with it. But if it has fallen, honey, it has fallen for my nourishment. And no, not for my nourishment, but I'm going to just eat it before it decay. How about that? But wasn't that exciting, y'all? Omnivore, pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, raw, fruitarian, monofruitarian, liquidation, and breatharian. That is amazing, you guys. And I know it's true because spirits and souls live. And obviously they're living without eating. Your refrigerator stay full, don't it? Ain't nobody just magically eating your food. Now, I do have an altar. And a lot of people do put liquor and stuff on their altar. And they do say the liquids go down. Now, I haven't observed my bowl to see that it go down. And yes, we know liquids absorb in the air. So please don't try to be funny as hell. The point that I'm trying to make here, though, is that if a breatharian can live off of pure energy of life and sunlight, they're not even saying water here, you guys. Then I think that's what spirits. I think that's the realm that the spirits is on. Okay, so I have a page full of vegan videos that I wanted to share, and I'm not trying to convert anybody. I think what is meant for you will come into your life no matter how many times you try to fight it. But I do feel like everybody is a guide or plant seeds through our life, and I just want to make sure that I'm planting all the seeds that I'm supposed to plant before I leave. Because I've been following a lot of authors that have written books, and I wouldn't know a lot of things had I not found those books. And I thank them for taking the time to research and study and leave that behind for me. You know, a week later, a month later, years later, decades later, they're long gone, and I'm able to pick up and research and learn for myself. Same thing with YouTube and different websites and social media. So I am very thankful and it doesn't bother me to share. I don't even hold people accountable for what I learned, because once I learn that, it's up to me to continue to research that and decide if I want that to be true or false for my life. All right, so here go one, and this is from joey.vegan on Instagram.
Is happening to them. They're getting their beaks cut off so they don't peck each other to death in their confined, crowded prisons. They're having their tails cut off so other animals don't eat them off them. They are being castrated when they're just babies with no anesthesia. Baby male chicks are being sent into a blender, blending them up alive. Baby boys in the dairy industry are being sent to the slaughterhouse to have their throats slit because they do not produce milk. Their mums are hooked up to painful milking machines and forcibly impregnated, and their babies are taken from them, and all of these animals end up at the same slaughterhouse, humanely slaughtered, which, as we know, means nothing for animals. Humane means to show compassion. There is never a compassionate way to exploit someone. There is never a compassionate way to kill someone who wants to live. I want to remind you what is happening to them. They're getting their beaks...
So I'm not a speaker like that, y'all, but God gave these people gifts, and you know, I find them and I'm able to share them, and maybe I'm just not there yet, but that's how I be wanting to be. Like, that's all it takes for me to hear that, for me to see that. And that was a graphic video, you guys. I had to turn my head because I almost threw up. But you can't deny, once truth slaps you in the face, you will feel that sting. And even if it go away, you remember some of them beatings you had as a child, don't you? Because it stays with you. Okay, so the next one I see is, before you heal someone, ask him if he's willing to give up the things that made him sick. That's literally a lot of the problem. People know it's true. They could do their own research, but they're not ready to heal. So they're going to keep consuming sick shit because they like being sick. Or maybe they don't like being sick, but they're not ready to heal. It's one or the other. And this is from Upful Blends on Instagram.
The eagle has its food designed by nature or God. Do you believe that we are exempt? No, we are not. We are not exempt. We have to follow that same law, that rule, that cosmic arrangement, the one that dictates, not the one that is philosophy, the one that dictates from the core of life since creation. We are subjected to that same law. There's a little frog in Puerto Rico, Cookie. If you move that frog from the island of Puerto Rico and put it 7 kilometers away, Vieques, the frog dies. The frog will die. The gorilla has its food designed by nature. The eagle has its food designed by nature or God. Do you believe that we are exempt? No, we are not.
So that was the late and great Dr. Sebi. I started my journey when I found Dr. Sebi. And I literally, like a day or two after I found him, then it was plastered everywhere that he was murdered. And I honestly believe that he was murdered. I don't trust the government. I work for the government. But the government doesn't really care about people and life. They care about money. And anybody that cares about money, they don't really have mercy or care about what they're doing, literally. They don't really have a moral compass that they follow. Maybe they're not even human. Maybe it's another entity. Because I don't understand how you can be a human being and not care about life. And we all have that threat instinct, don't get me wrong. If somebody messes with your kids, you definitely want to kill them or murder them or harm them. You know, it's like, even if you're in a situation by yourself, it's me or you. And maybe that's how they look at it. It's me or you. You're trying to tell people to heal themselves and go vegan and this, that, other, and you're messing with Big Pharma. You're messing with my hospitals. You're messing with my money. Maybe that's how they're looking at it. And that's what I mean when I say I don't trust them. Because sometimes it's not always about that. It's about the greater of a situation. And that's hard to do sometimes. But that's literally how life should be lived, for the greater good. So being vegan is like a greater good. You're looking out for the animal. You're looking out for yourself because you're still eating. You're looking out for the planet because you're not trying to put plastic out here and stuff like that. It's just like you're trying to live a greater good life. And when we go see Creator, y'all, a lot of people think it's a joke. But I don't think you can live this life and not be held accountable for what you did. One of the religions, you have to put your heart on a scale. And if it's heavier than a feather, you freaking failed. I'm trying to get my heart as light as possible. And yeah, I may have spent 30 years not giving a crap. Or I care a little bit, but not much as I do now. And I still think it counts. That's why I say it's not too late. You can still change. You can still change. And you can make bigger change with a little bit of time, knowing the good stuff that you do, than all of the bad time and all the bad things that you did. You could do that as well. So don't let anybody tell you that's not possible. So the next one comes from Kinetic Science.
No, you don't.
Yes, you
do.
You do too. Everybody does.
Because you're eating rotten food. The natural deodorant is chlorophyll. If you eat chlorophyll, you wouldn't need the deodorant. Chlorophyll is a natural deodorant.
Chlorophyll is a natural deodorant. That one was funny. The lady was saying, you need deodorant. He was like, no, I don't. You do. And he was like, because you eating all that rotten food. That joke was so funny. So this one is Milk Hurts.
Tours lies a sea of penned orphan female calves. A deformed newborn painfully struggles in her own feces. Newborn calves suffer alone and confined with inadequate shelter. Many calves quickly succumb to the life at the Larsick Dairy Farm.
These people sneak on these farms and show footage. If you can see this footage and eat it, I ain't mad at you. But if it turns your stomach and change your mind with research and stuff, that's how you know you need to change. I'm sorry y'all can't see the video. This is from mindset.holistic.
Okay, so if you want to be able to heal yourself spiritually and physically, then you have to stop consuming animal products and meat. And here's why. Firstly, all animal products are acidic, and the body requires alkaline living foods in order to be in its healthiest state. Disease cannot host itself within your body in an alkaline state. Second of all, you're not designed to eat meat or to assimilate dairy products regardless of what you've been taught in school. You have very large intestines which are very similar to those of a herbivore or frugivore. Meat cannot pass through your intestines quick enough, and okay, so if you want to break down the meat quick enough before it starts to putrefy inside of your body, creating a nasty situation, along with the dairy and all of the fish, the eggs, and all that stuff getting mixed up into the mixture, creating a very nasty situation inside the body. And this is what causes people to smell. Hygiene starts from the inside out. You have to eat clean food in order to be clean. You can't eat all of this rubbish and just cover yourself up with some deodorant, perfumes, and etc. to make yourself appear to be clean, when internally you're rotting from the inside out. So you have to eat clean in order to be clean. Hygiene starts from the inside out. So you've got to stop, and your stomach acid, you've got to stop eating the dairy in order to be truly clean. I don't have to wear deodorant. I can go about my day very easily here in the tropics where you sweat a lot, and I do not smell by the end of the day. So just think about it like this: we were not created so that we have to cover ourselves up with these artificial sprays and deodorants in order for it to be bearable to be around each other or close to each other. And another thing, these deodorants that we're putting on our skin and our armpits contain aluminium, and these are actually blocking the toxins from being able to exit our body, which is causing cancer. So there's that. And also, you've got to stop consuming all of those products, the meat and the dairy, in order to be true. Everything is vibration, frequency. These animals have been tortured and suffered for their whole life during the farming process, and these emotions and low vibrational frequencies are locked into the cells of the animal, and then you feed yourself the animal, and those energies have to manifest itself through you. So people are, they're suffering, they're stressed, and they're emotional, and they don't know why. This is the main reason why, because they're consuming meat, which is low vibrational. And also, you have entities that lock onto you, that latch themselves onto you, that are feeding off this type of energy. And if you energy, because everything is energy, and if you want to rid yourself of these types of entities that feed off of these emotions, then you have to stop feeding them. You have to stop feeding them this energy. You have to stop feeding the energy that they want. And once you start feeding them the energy that they want, they will detach themselves from you. And if you want to rid yourself of these types of entities,
man, the stuff I learned, y'all, it's crazy. So this is Coco. I am a gorilla. I am flowers, animals. I am nature. Man, Coco love. Earth, Coco love. But man, stupid. Stupid. Coco sorry. Coco cry. Time, hurry. Fix earth. Help earth. Hurry. Protect earth. Nature, see you. Thank you. Now they taught that gorilla sign language. One of the 6 most powerful things we can do to live longer is to eat green leafy vegetables. But you used to eat meat too. I did. And then I learned that my unnecessary habit caused immense suffering and damage to other beings, our planet, and my health. So I evolved. Bam. That's my favorite. Me eating a veggie burger that tastes dope as fuck, wondering why people still eat dead animals. When they say, please, I don't want to watch or know about the way animals suffer to become food on my plate. What they really mean is, please don't tell me because I want to keep continuing what I do and I don't want to sacrifice my pleasure for their pain. I was not raised vegan. I did not become vegan because I did not like the taste of meat, dairy, or eggs. I became vegan because one day I had the courage to take responsibility for my choices. I no longer believe animals are here for us for food, clothing, entertainment, testing, or any other purpose. And I honestly love that. And this is from Divine Alkaline. He's walking in a store and he's in a little section that says organic. And he's saying the rest of the store is poison. Which is like, it's a mind fuck if you think about it that way. You know, all those documentaries that help many make the connection and go vegan, most don't want to watch them. That's why your social media page is extremely important. Share the truth, and at least they get a glimpse into what truly happens to the animals they eat and where. This is from Pearl Abella 720.
Almost every you eat, if you're still eating animals, is a baby. It's a child. Some of them are infants, like barely even 2 months old. And yet, we feast on the ribs of babies. We call them baby back ribs. I was at Chili's one day, not too long ago, and on the wall it said something about the sweet baby back ribs, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. That we eat the backs of babies with impunity. That we don't even think it's just baby back ribs. Almost every piece of meat that you eat, if you're still eating animals, is a baby.
That hurts, y'all. So it's a picture of a man with shark fins, and it says, "Who's the real monster? Sharks kills 12 people per year, but humans kill 11,417 sharks per hour." Per hour, y'all? Have you ever had a shark burger? What are they doing with this meat? Who's eating 11,417 sharks per hour? Next, vegan people threaten the world's ignorance. That's literally what it is. Ignorance is literally bliss. Everybody that I know, down to my 5-year-old nephew, has his own iPad. So if he have an iPad, everybody got a cell phone by now. This is a computer in your hand. This is a research device in your hand. And instead of watching shows sometimes, and I got a page full of shows that I love, so nothing wrong with that. But you should try to learn something new every day. Especially about the stuff that's life or death, like what you consume. I'm just saying. Vegan people threaten the world's ignorance. I love that. 1 acre of land can yield 50,000 pounds of tomatoes, 53,000 pounds of potatoes, 30,000 pounds of carrots, or only 250 pounds of beef. We definitely going about this the wrong way, y'all. Talking about we out of food. There's not enough food. No, it's not enough meat. And you need to switch that meat property to vegetation. Then it'll be enough. Then it'll be enough. My skin peeling. My lips peel all the time, y'all. All the time. Let's see. It's a picture of a baby pig, and it says, "If I bark, will you let me live?" That is so sad, y'all. This is from Parabella 720. I almost like this episode. She saved a pig from the slaughterhouse, and she was pregnant. She's helping her have her baby. She said her baby would have been cut right out of her as she hung upside down, choking on her own blood, and the baby would have had its own throat slit as well. Y'all didn't know they killed a pregnant too. Oh my God. So sad. That's a big baby. You go, girl. She said that Brianna is now the proud mother of a beautiful baby girl named Winter. I want a farm, y'all. I need to find me a farm man. I ain't gonna know what to do. Can you imagine no cow has ever lived with her family, her man, or her baby? And matter of fact, have you ever heard of a wild cow, wild pig, wow, any of them? Or what were they before we started putting them in cages? Then, I don't know if y'all saw the TV show Bird Box, but they got a picture of her with her blindfold and a girl, and it say when you pass by the meat department store and the grocery store. I thought that was funny. I don't even like to go to the meat section, y'all. Okay, so these are alternatives and the trash you can cut in a year. 1 bamboo toothbrush equals 4 plastic brushes. 1 reusable bottle equals 71 plastic bottles. 1 reusable bag equals 792 plastic bags. 1 reusable cup equals 1,460 plastic cups. 1 reusable straw equals 362 plastic straws. And they do sell those stainless steel straws at Walmart. And I'm about to switch my whole kitchen around. I do have reusable bags, but I either leave them in the trunk or leave them in the house. And I just need to make a better effort of taking them in the store with me. Because when you know better, you do better. So this is a caption. It was a soul destroying. UK beef and dairy farmer goes vegan and grows vegetables instead. And he's hugging a cow. That's beautiful. And it looks like they're kissing him. And then again, it got a picture of Bird Box. Meat eaters, when you show them how their food is killed, they don't want to see it with her blindfold on. We spend trillions of dollars to cure diseases, when the prevention of those diseases can be as simple as a change of diet. And that blows my mind. And the doctors do always say, you know, eat better. They do say that, which is the truth. And then they'll mention grilled and da-da-da. That's the bullshit. Eat better mean it might just want to stick with fruits and vegetables and clear your system out. And people want a fast answer. You put however many years of shit in your body and you want to be cured overnight. It should take a while for you to see that change, because you didn't do that for a short amount of time. You did that for years. So don't be trying to rush your healing process either. Be just as patient with your healing as just as reckless you was with destroying. Okay, so it's a picture of Jackie Chan with his hands on his head, and it says, when you realize that most doctors barely study nutrition or preventative medicine. They barely study nutrition or preventative medicine. So what are they trained to do? Experiment on cutting us open? Probably case studies. Ain't no telling what they literally do. And you know what's the bad part? Maybe they don't even have to do surgery putting us to sleep. Maybe they don't want us to have evidence of seeing and hearing what the fuck they doing. Have y'all ever thought about that? Why can't a family member be in a glass room with a microphone on, listening and observing what they're doing? Why do you have to wait in a waiting room and then the doctor come tell you what's going on? It's 2019, it's gonna be 2020. They haven't changed that system yet. I know there'll be a lot of fuck ups in that OR room. You don't gotta tell me. My tuition is already telling me. And ain't no telling, is it a blacklist where somebody say, oh, we just got a patient in here. Let me cut them open and see how them organs look. Oh, they look good. And now you got bidders, like a bidders list for people needing organs, and you call them and tell them you got a suitable person. Now they got to figure out how they gonna say you died on the table so they can sell them organs and get money. Like, my mind, whatever. Y'all can think what y'all want to think. This ain't no glamorous life. It's a lot of evil stuff going on. And y'all know about the black market. So that means it's shoppers for the black market. It's kids on there. It's organs on there. Okay, where the suppliers? You ever thought about that? Who's supplying this black market? You need a heart up there. And if somebody click, they got the money for that heart. Where's that heart coming from? You ever thought about that? Oh, okay. Well, we talk about veganish, so let me stick to the veganish. In 2017, I stopped eating them. In 2018, I stopped using them. In 2019, I will free them. And I feel this, y'all. I want to join Renegade, where we go on these properties and release and free these animals. And if I have me some mug shots, it's going to be some good mug shots, okay? I ain't killing or hurting nobody. You went to jail, you got a felony or whatever because you freed some animals. I can live with that. And then she put, this year I promise I will say more, care more, and do more. I have never been more certain of what is right. I don't know, y'all. It's a heart thing. Now, I ain't here to judge nobody, but it's definitely a heart thing. I feel it. When I look at these posts and these videos and stuff, I feel it in my heart. It's nothing about my head. You know, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's just how your brain operates. But when them feelings get involved, it's a big difference. So it's a picture of a dolphin. It says, I'm not a clown. I'm not a toy. I'm not a photo prop. I'm a sentient being that lost her family and freedom. Now, this is a dolphin in one of them aquariums. I don't want to go to... I've been to SeaWorld and Disney World and stuff like that. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't do that. I've been to the zoo. But when I learned what it is, like, they paint it to be something that it's not. It's literally a jail that you get to charge. So just imagine the way the jail system is now, that they started selling tickets and you can go look in each cage and see, and then they put a paragraph about the person. This person, you know, killed so-and-so people, and you just seeing him in his cell. That's literally how the zoo is. An environment that they done made for the animal. They done stole that shit. And they're selling it to you as if it was a rescue. That one, the giraffe ain't crossed the damn ocean and land here. You fucking put that shit on a boat and brought it here. You captured it, put it in there in charge of me to come see it. I'm being pimped. When I could Google this shit or go book an African safari, why don't you? And see it live in its natural habitat. But anyway, so the next one says, save the bees, plant more trees, and clean our seas. That's beautiful. Hippie runners. That's beautiful. I hope to make people realize how truly helpless animals are, how dependent on us trusting as a child must that we will be kind and take care of their needs. They are an obligation put on us, a responsibility we have no right to neglect nor to violate by cruelty. Parabella 720. I love Parabella, must be. Having a soft heart in a cruel world is not a weakness, it's courage. Eat beans, like beans, baked beans, not beings, like human being, B-E-I-N-G-S. So eat beans, B-E-A-N-S, not beings, B-E-I-N-G-S. That was cute. I'm so proud of anyone who isn't vegan but chooses to use almond milk in their coffee. I'm proud of people who don't eat meat. I'm proud of people who eat less dairy. I'm proud of people who are trying. I'm not proud of loudmouth, judgmental vegans who shame everyone who isn't. I kind of get that. And again, that's why I want to say do what's best for you. But at the end of the day, facts are facts. And sometimes we can be too sensitive. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes that's bullshit. If you stink, you need to go wash your ass. I don't care how that person says it. It's something that you need to do. And obviously, people have said it nicely and you didn't take a hint. So somebody need to be rough enough to get to your thick ass skull. So, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Sometimes it just is what it is, no matter how it sounds. Damn, don't push that veganism on me and then me. It got Patrick SpongeBob SquarePants throwing up broccoli. Thought it was cute. So, my favorite ice cream was Magnum. Just when I had went vegan, I had tasted Magnum double caramel ice cream. So guess what, y'all? They make dairy-free classic, dairy-free almond. But I haven't had it yet. So I don't know if this is overseas or if it made it here yet. But that comes from Jamie's Vegan Treats. And if y'all know where it's at, let me know so I can get a box. And I'm to the point now where I want to make my own stuff. Like, I don't even trust them no more. I know how to make almond milk. Put the almonds in the water in the blender, blend it. Bam. I want to be able to freeze that on my own. Make my own ice cream with cocoa. Cocoa is natural, y'all. It's the chocolate. It's the cocoa that they put a lot of sugar in and milk, and then make it milk chocolate that becomes bad. So everything does start out pure and good, y'all. It's the process and the different ingredients they add that then makes it become unhealthy. Or too much of it, which is what we're known for here in America. It's really detrimental for your health. So there's a picture of a cow and it says, respect all mothers. I'm not a machine. Live dairy free. It says, when you forget to bring your reusable bag to the grocery store. It's a picture of, what's his name? Dewey Dexter. And he looking at a picture of Earth on his locker in school. And it says, I have failed you, and he's crying. I do be feeling like that when I leave my bags. I definitely know better. So this is a giraffe and a little girl, and he's actually hugging her. And it's a boy hugging a chicken. The chicken came up to him to hug him. It's a girl hugging, what is that? A horse. The horse laid on her lap. Another lady hugging her pig. The pig laid down and she's rubbing the pig's belly. This is a rooster. He hopped on her lap and she's hugging him. What is this? A dog? We all know dogs are emotional. What is this? Somebody has a turkey in their house. Oh my God. He's hugging his turkey. That's a big bird, y'all. Oh my God. Share to encourage compassion for animals. That was beautiful. This is Parabella 720 again.
All around me are familiar faces.
Every year in America, without mercy, we murder 10 billion land animals.
If you could see or feel their suffering, you would think twice.
8% of animals who are abused and killed on this planet are abused and killed by the meat, dairy, and egg industries.
My faith wears and I will fall apart.
Have not done one single thing to us
They have
to deserve the wrath and the cruelty that we hurl on them.
because we call ourselves hungry.
Every year in America,
Oh,
without
God, this is upsetting me this morning. So I said to Mommy, if my lunchbox isn't entirely filled with organic vegan food on Monday, I'm calling social services. Quite frankly, Catherine, if you don't, I will. That was cute. The hardest part about going vegan is realizing the lack of empathy in the world and staying strong enough to fight against it. Cowspiracy is really good, you guys. It's definitely on YouTube for free. Me in my 70s flexing on all the people who consume bacon, who commented bacon on my vegan post, who are now type 2 diabetics with heart failure and hypertension. And she's smiling, picking her tomatoes off of her garden, and she looks good to be in her 70s. Now, vegan people can have little funny posts too, and she's right. You up there commenting bacon, but she's not thinking about just now. When you eat food, you literally are thinking about the immediate second. You are not preparing for your future. That's what we're wrong at. What you consume today should be helping you live a healthier tomorrow, and we don't eat like that. Only black people make fun of you for being healthy. That nigga bought a salad. It's really not funny. And then it's a picture of God. I love my memes. It's a picture of God, and they say, why the fuck are you killing animals? I clearly stated thou shalt not kill. And I wish somebody would give me a comment for that. Because kill is kill. Is it not? Oh, okay. Okay. It's a picture of a lot of herbs in glass jars. And it says, this is what a medicine cabinet is supposed to look like. And that is so true. So this is from Collective Evolution. It says, from scientists now, milk from cows has the most relevant carcinogen ever identified, and it turns on cancer. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but apparently just your everyday life, makeup and toothpaste, deodorant, soaps, lotions, foods, even clothes, a lot of chemicals are either getting in your body, getting to your bloodstream, or on your skin, building up, right? So we have cancer cells in us. They're dormant, which is brilliant. This is how brilliant the medical industry is. Those cells are already in all of us, and to be honest, I personally think that it's in the vaccines that they give you at birth. So those cells are dormant. And I'm not saying somebody's just gonna flick on a button that says, okay, cancer. But think about it. If those cells are dormant, different things that you eat and consume and stuff like that, it's activating those cells. And the scientists just proved that milk is one of the things that turns it on. Now that's some bullshit. There will come a time when only those that know how to plant will be eating. And I'm definitely going to learn that. Says how I spend my time in a grocery store. The big part of the pie chart says reading labels, notice poison, and put it back on the shelf. A little small section of the pie chart says put something in my chart. And that's literally how it is, you guys. Why I'm not a vegan anymore. You never really were. Because not wanting to cause pain and suffering to another living being isn't something you just switch on and off. It's not a diet. It's ethics and decency. That's true. They even make avocados, spoon, fork, and knives now. So somebody realized the bullshit that we're doing to Earth, and they're trying to make a change. Now, remember I said it's never too late? Probably fucked up a lot of shit, but we can still make a change. But everybody has to get on board, and this is moving very, very slow. So it's a picture from 2000 to 2006 and 2012, and it says a Brazilian couple replanted 2.7 million trees in 20 years. And the land looked like a desert. 2006, you could start to see tan like the desert and more green. But by 2012, it's all green. So they did a really good job. You can't live off fruits and vegetables. And in vegans, it's pictures of bodybuilders and stuff like that with amazing bodies. And Maya is one of them. You guys know the singer Maya? She definitely went vegan. It's a girl eating a mango. She is killing that mango. This is I am Phaln Jones. I don't know how you say that. Fallon. My bad. I am Fallon Jones.
Listen, I don't care how pretty that commercial looked, how much it might have sounded like that medication was fit exactly for you. It is a commercial with paid actresses set up on a scene, lights, camera, action to say whatever it was convincing that made you feel like it was for you. Stop taking these medications. It's not good for you. The pharmaceutical companies is worth over $374 billion a year. It's a very, very profitable market. Okay, just that. Give you whatever you need to keep coming back. Nothing more. And furthermore, it's not good for your health long term. You know what I mean? Like moisture and Tylenol, liquid pill, gel here, this and that, all of that. Every now and then it's cool, depending on the complications of whatever disease. But no, as that medication flushes through your liver and all of your other internal organs, it is damaging long term, okay? And you won't know. Oh, you won't know. Until years later when your doctor come up and giving you the bill for your dialysis, like, yes, ma'am, your liver is no longer fine. Listen, I don't care how...
And it looks like on some of her videos, she got on her scrubs. And somebody made a comment on that post. I was just reading it. It was like, hell nah, you the main one passing out those prescriptions. And her comment was, that's what you think? So to me, she could just be there for school, knowledge and education. She probably ain't, she probably definitely just there for, I'm sorry y'all, the trash man can't, y'all probably gonna hear that. She probably just there to learn, which is what I'm doing. She just wanted to take the school route. And I'm researching on my own because they ain't getting no more student loans out of my ass. That's it. I probably should have definitely went down the medical field to learn, but that's all right. I have no more student loan money for their ass. Let's say my organs seeing water come down my throat. It's like the Price is Right audience. That was funny. This is what an 80-year-old raw vegan looks like. Oh my God. She looks like she's 40. Wow. Everyone knows that eating well makes you feel good. But Mimi Kirk is living proof that eating well, ideally raw vegan food, can make you look amazing. She's routinely taken to be at least 20 years younger than her age. Didn't I just say that? Wow. Humans are so disconnected from reality that they need studies to prove that eating raw fruits and vegetables is healthy. Sometimes I be thinking, damn, we literally dumb as fuck. Eat plants, slutty vegan, ATL. She's awesome. She really is. She's at least helping people open up their minds. And I'm proud of her for that, and I can't wait for her to branch out. And I just hope she stays true to the mission, because sometimes that money start talking. Said it before, I wasn't born socially conscious. I was raised with fucked up beliefs too. I took a step back and chose to do better, and you can too. How to deprogram. Stop eating animal products, eat more fruit. Why is that number 1? Meditate, grounding, earthing, sun gazing. Number 3, quit your slave job and start a business. Number 4, drink pure distilled water. I don't know how many times I have to say that. Nobody want to believe me about distilled, but again, you have to do your own research. I even want a Keurig machine. Thing's $5,000, and I ain't there yet, but I want a Keurig machine. Try natural psychedelics. I definitely found a site on Instagram that sells mushrooms. I definitely want to grow my own, because you can only trust people for too far, for so long. I definitely want to experience mushrooms. Exercise, practice yoga, hike. Do not watch television programming, and that's just how they spelled it. Question everything and free your mind. Master peace and aloneness. Fast and detox often. And even let's say you do eat meat and you still want to eat whatever you want to eat, if you are not fasting and detoxing, you're literally doing it wrong. Because I think you can have that life and maybe fast a lot and detox a lot and be better off than somebody that doesn't. I will say that. When I say carbs, I mean real food that grow in the ground and on trees and bushes. Not this. Ice cream, frozen yogurt, beans, crackers, cookies, cakes, muffins. I mean, it lists so much shit. And that was true. That's true. Disease runs in families because eating habits run in families. Jim Carrey. Cheers to all the people who can change their minds when presented with information that contradicts their beliefs. That was so mean. Girl gets super excited when she learns you can eat a pineapple without peeling it. I didn't know that either.
Literally, I learned more on Twitter than I do in formal education. Oh my. It tastes just like a pineapple. This is... It is the truth. Hold on, let me drink. This is wild. This is like crazy. I've been eating pineapples, been struggling all my life just for this shit. Like, you can literally pull it. God done sat in heaven and he thought of every goddamn thing. I am excited as hell. Oh my God. This is crazy. Why y'all ain't telling me about this before? You can peel these... Thanks. Oh my God. Oh, so this is like... But you can literally...
Conscious Connect 720. That was awesome. They're starting to do vegan vending machines. This is interesting. 12,000 doctors urge the USDA to stop recommending dairy. Ditch the dairy. And I bet they all gonna come up missing too. See, that's one thing about the truth. When you just suddenly dying, just sneaky shit, and you got a good heart, good soul, and a good purpose, it makes you wonder, now who the fuck will bother them? Or it shouldn't make you wonder. It should say, damn, they was on the right path because they had to get, they done had a hit out for them. That's so sad. That's how this world is made. That is so sad. So stainless steel and glass tumblers, you guys. And I really like him. This is Supreme Understanding.
Peace, family. Oh, you see my tree? Yeah, it's summertime, man. A lot of y'all gonna be a little bit upset. Supreme Understanding. What is you eating? Is that vegan? Yeah, it's definitely vegan. Water, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, citric acid, Warren carob gums, natural flavor and artificial flavor and red 40. Shit, junk food like a motherfucker, but it's vegan. So what do vegan mean? Oh, it ain't no animal products. It don't necessarily mean healthy, and now it don't even mean natural. Man, now we eating vegan food, that don't even, what did it even come from? You eating a burger that's pink on the inside, it bleed, it move when you stab into it. You got vegan chitlins with a little bit of doodle flavor in them that smell too authentic. What is that? See, we gotta think about our babies. What we raising them on? Want a sloppy Joe just cause it's vegan? I'm just saying. Look, I got a 5% diet. What is that, Supreme? Well, I enjoy my life. I ain't got no religion in my diet. I stopped eating meat in stages. I stopped eating pork maybe 22 years ago or so. And then beef right behind that. Everybody know chicken the hardest. Fish easy unless you love fish. You gotta come from the coast to love fish, right? But chicken, man, fried chicken skin. Goodness gracious. And it took so long because I became vegetarian so long ago. What was I called? They had a word for it, ovo-lacto vegetarian. I mean, we ain't tripping off of the dairy and the egg like that. Because, you know, we was living in the streets and living that road trip life, and, you know, we just wasn't able to always make food for ourselves or buy, you know, vegetables. And most of us, man, we ain't had no women. So you got to understand there's certain circumstances where people just gonna live within their means, within their resources. Some of us live in food deserts. You know, you go to the gas station, this is 35 cents, this is what you can afford, it's a treat. And if a person is trying to be vegan, then they can give themselves this and be like, yeah, I'm within my health parameters. That's not religious. You should, man, if you want sweets, man, just get you some sweets, man. Because the problem with the sweets ain't just the animal product, you know, it's all the sugar. Now you can get you some natural sugar, but as you become a vegan diabetic, let's just be real. Like a lot of us, we got cravings, we got things we need. Sometimes our body want a little chocolate, man. It might make you feel safe and stable, man. If you need chocolate, get you some chocolate. If grains don't agree with you and you feel sick or feel weak every time you eat grains, cut them grains out your diet. You're gonna learn what's right for you, and then you can study your ancestors and what they ate, figure out what's right for them. We even did a cookbook about that. We did the Hood Health Handbook, and we showed people what all this processed food and all this junk, too much of anything's not a good thing. You know, it could kill you too. You do this every day, man, it's gonna be more than your lips pink. You're gonna be pink on the inside. Is that a bad thing? Ain't we supposed to be pink on the inside? I don't know. You know what I mean, though. High fructose, red 40 all up in the inside, you know? So anything you're doing, you gotta know what your limits to it is. So when I say a 5% of diet, don't make me think that I'm saying it just means you can do whatever you want. It really got more to do with the fact that we was about not eating poison. Like, you know, we know what the poison animals is. We knew that swine and other things was poison. We knew that scavengers of the sea was poison for us. We knew that they was gonna put more poison in our food over time, and we predicted that, so we would learn to look at ingredients. And so that's why to this day, I still read ingredients. And to this day, you know, a lot of us, we might smoke, we might drink, but we always striving for the upward cause. So many of us, we inspired people to be even healthier than some of us might live, man. Hey man, more power to us, man. I ain't even mad at that, man. If somebody that wasn't all the way perfectly healthy inspired you to be perfectly healthy, good for you. But stop motherfucking lying, because who out here perfectly healthy? Most vegans I know is like me, not really vegans. But I'm not claiming it. I just don't really eat meat, animal products, you know? You name it.
Okay, so let's see. The next one says, slavery was a ritual, rape was humiliation, lynching was blood sacrifice, new names equal detachment from ancestral roots, torture was physical attach, biblical brainwashing was loss of spiritual power, slavery was a spell that bred the dysfunction we as a community are currently hemmed in. Dang, y'all. Veganism is about love, loving yourself, loving the planet, and loving animals. And I end with that. Every business venture that I start is going to have love and then something else. Because if you're not doing it from the pure state of love, then what's the point of doing it at all? So, hope you guys enjoy Veganish Part 2. Have a great day and bye. And this concludes today's conversation. Thanks a million for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/LUV.MEESH www.linktree/love.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love you. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.